Alrighty, guys, what is going on? My name is Tubby. Here we go. This is Wrestlecraft, powered by A6. Use code Tubby. You save 50% at A6.com. We've got a lot of progress that's been made on this server, and really, it starts raining the second I do. Okay. It's like every time I start a video, the world knows to make it rain to fuck with me. I have now built the awning, the seats over here. I did realize I don't have the production cameras put in, which is a little bit of a problem because my floor isn't big enough. But it's YouTube Mania, not WrestleMania. So I want to go ahead and show you guys what we did and why I kind of went this route. And I know that it's going to take away some seats by doing this. My only still concern right now is to figure out how I'm going to put seats in the corner, because I can make it curved like what I was trying to do over here before I built in the stairs right here. You come to your seat. You come up here. You're on your risers. I had it before where it would curve around and this would keep curving gradually, but you can't put a seat like that. And I don't think anybody wants to sit, you know. Could you actually? I don't think that'd actually be that bad. You could just turn in your seat, but I'm not going to do that. I'll make this into something. I don't exactly know what. If you have a suggestion for what I could possibly make that into, let me know in the comment section below. But you see we're in the ring, and I have done a couple things in the ring, and I know it's fence. Some people want me to use tripwire, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of different suggestions. One of the main reasons I do fence is for two simple reasons. One, say, I don't know how matches would ever work because I've never seen people actually have a wrestling match, but say you're going to have a match, right? You can sit on the apron right here. You get tagged in. The tag is your partner in the ring opening the gate. You come in, he leaves. You can fight. There you go. That's how you make a tag in Minecraft wrestling. That's why I did it. I thought it works very well. And you have the staircases over here. So that's kind of what I went with. Now, as far as the seats and everything else goes, we have so much more work to do up there. But then I have double monitors. Now, you guys said left instead of the right in the last video, so I stuck with the left. And since YouTube Mania, I want play, like the play button, to be a huge feature in this. It's a huge tech thing. So basically what we have is a 360-degree monitor board where these are supposed to change, but I thought if I put too much white in there, it'd look a little weird. So I made arrows that is actually a screen that'll light up. You just can never make it light up. Now, the question is, what do I do up here? Do I leave it flat? I've thought about building a huge play button again, so you can see it from the sky. I've thought about building a pyramid, so every shape looks like whatchamacallit, going up. And then what I would do is right in the middle, wherever the middle is, let's just say the middle's right there, for shits and giggles, I would put a beacon in. And then that beacon would be used and, used to, like, be the up through the play button. And it points to the sky. And that's kind of what I was going for. I don't know if I'll end up doing that, but it's just an idea. What I need to keep working on is obviously whether or not we want the risers to keep going. Now, I can keep making the risers go over. But the problem is, and like I said this before, is then how do you do the seats? And I had one suggestion from somebody that said, why don't you switch the seats now to where this would be a double riser right off the bat, and then these would be going up. Let's just do a test right here. So it'd be like right here. And then the seats would be going like this. So I'll lay down a couple more for just to see what it looks like. So we're laying these down. Our seats would go like this. We'll skip them. Oops. Probably should have skipped it just right. That's what she said. I probably should have put a floor in front of it. That way I could actually stand on it. And then these risers would connect in the same shape as the other ones would right here. So then you would sit weird. And the only problem is then how do you get up there to sit? And I've debated that. So that's the option that I have for these seats, is where these would now sit like this. And this is actually a really good seat. I would be all for this. So if you guys like this and you want me to keep that, you let me know. Because what I would do, how I would get it to work is I would put in, let's say I put that in there, match up those 2 rows, put seats in. Now, I know a lot of people have gave out a suggestion. Like, Tubby, why don't you get rid of, Tubby, why don't you get rid of, actually, that looks like it's going to block people from seeing the stage, to be honest with you. Maybe it would have to be 1 riser, not 2. But if I do 1 riser, then... Nah, see, that's the problem. When you're trying to figure this out, is you can still see, but then your view's kind of blocked. So it would have to be 2 risers, but then the risers couldn't go back all the way to the stage. Or maybe the risers would fill in the pattern, so it would go from, like, here. And this is me trying to make, like, a WrestleMania-like stadium. Like, I'm trying to build something that is a little bit more unique. So the pattern would come out like this. And I know this isn't very actually WrestleMania-like, but you would see this. And then it would start to cascade back. That way some guys could get a really good seat. Because normally the seats align the entrance ramp anyway. So if I have this like this, and then I keep going back to... Eventually... And I may go back 1. We'll see that in a second. Or I may start the pattern up a little farther. You notice that it really does. Let's see if it will show it. It might look a little weird, but it would make sense. And I think that would give me, as many floor seats as possible. Because I really do want to maximize our floor seats. And I actually think that could work. I think it could work. So you guys let me know if you like that, and then I may or may not end up keeping that pattern. We'll see. The other thing, I just wanted to check my level of fireworks quick. Just in case. I really need to get some new fireworks and stop drinking. Stop drinking a drink of water. Swig of water for the working man. Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. I think I'm going to keep that. I think we're going to put the risers like that, and I may actually go over till it goes flush with the stage. I wonder what it would look like if we went 1 at a time instead. It would maximize our seats. Some seats would get put towards the stage. Now, yeah, the only concern I'd have is then... Is it blocking anybody? Because if I do this, you'd have to put up a fence. And then by doing that, I guess I didn't think that part all the way through. But it's YouTube Mania, so I don't really care. See, you could be sitting here. Some seats would be... Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I may end up scrapping that whole idea because that just looks a little weird. I mean, you'd be sitting here... You've got people sitting like on the stage. I guess you could still see them, so it's not really the point. But I'm gonna try to work on that. We may or may not keep that one. Also, we have the other monitor underboard. Now, one of the things people had said was like, Tubby, okay, what about the people? They're not gonna be able to see the monitor, and that's why I built a screen underneath because I do think it's important to have the board. But then what I also realized I forgot was in my other arenas I have the metal frame that goes all the way around. And that metal frame isn't there due to this board. And the board being too low down. Like, this has got to go up higher. So, I don't exactly know how it's going to work because the board necessarily can't go up any higher. I mean, we could put it up 1 more and try to make it work. But then you would have a shorter monitor board because if you go up 1 more... you wouldn't be able to necessarily see it because I've tried this before. So if I put this like this, and actually I think a 4-monitor board would look better. Yeah, I'm going to keep a 4-monitor board. We'll raise it up 1. I still would like to, and I don't know how. Maybe you guys have a suggestion because the whole point of the under-monitor board is to... Why am I deleting this stuff when I can just replace glowstone? I'm such a fool. Sometimes you need to remember to use your world edit. Replace glowstone. Replace glowstone. Stuff. All right. So now if I'm sitting right here and I want to let it get nighttime, you can actually see. And once you go up, you see the high monitor board. So the monitor boards are emphasized for people sitting in the seat. Like right here, you start to get to that level where you can see the upper one. You don't really have to worry about it. And then once you get up in like the suites, and I want to get it dark is what I want it to do. Let's go time set 15,000. It'd be about 9 p.m. when the pay-per-view is going on. So I think it looks good. We've got the, the ring lit. I know a lot of people that do arenas have it pretty dark, but we've got enough light in there that the arena really does stand out. And it feels to me, with all the seats built like this feels like a WrestleMania. This feels like a huge event, and it's making me really excited. It really is. The next thing we're going to need to do is figure out what we're going to do for entrances, because how do you get to your seat? And this is one of the things I was a little worried about, was then I have to now build down here, and I have to build an under area and, the backstage area. And it's freaking me out a little bit how much work there is to go into this YouTube Mania, and, how much work there is to build an actual arena. I know a lot of people that do the arenas don't finish a lot of that stuff. I want this one to be finished. I want this one to be decked out, because from the look of it, and I want to go up all the way on to up and take a look down on it, you can see this is really... Ah! No, we're falling. No, don't fall. You can really start to see it take shape. I mean, mine is that right there, and we're going to get rid of that. I don't like that anymore. Why don't I just extend those seats out? Yeah, I could just do that instead. Yeah, I like this. This is really, really, in my opinion, looking good. So, this was probably 4 or 5 hours of work that I've been doing on this. So I just kind of wanted to show it off a little bit and still get your ideas. So that's what we did do. We did do the video board. I got the lights on there. I got this where it lights up. You're in the nighttime sky. You're coming down to the ring. WrestleMania. I still got to figure out how to do the pyro back here. I try to do one. I don't think I ever got it. Did I ever get this pyro to work? No, I never tried, because I needed repeaters and trying to go up at a weird angle. I didn't think I ever could. I know one person said, Tubby, why don't you add Titatrons? That's what the huge black things are. Those are Titatrons. So we're the same person that keeps asking me in like every video, Tubby, where's the Titatrons? Those are the Titatrons, man. I love me some pyro. I just love looking at it. You can see all the pyro getting shot off. I would love to have it get shot off here. And what I was actually thinking about is, you guys can see down here where it would get shot out from underneath the stage. Nah, still in a concept. I think I might get rid of the water. I think the water at this point is just a little stupid. I know it's technically supposed to be in the Bay Area, and I'm not really trying to emulate WrestleMania 31, but you may end up doing it, inadvertently. So that's what we got working on. So I want to know your guys' opinions on this. What can we... You got 2 things I want to ask you in this one, because I'm trying to make this, kind of a community build. What do we put back here? How do we do this? Do we put seats back there? I mean, we can definitely just add in... Actually, we really could. We really could just add in seats right there. So you start it right about here. You can come up. I don't know, but figure out what we could put there. If I'm going to do a seat build, let me know. I may put up an arena download. Probably not. But if enough people want it and the series does well enough, I might just put this map online before the IP goes out. Because I know a lot of people keep asking me for the IP. I don't think so. Not yet. There it is. So, YouTube Mania. God, if I could actually just... Come on, please. Just let me go on the right side. I think it's looking good, guys. I'm liking this. There's a lot of progress to be made. Well, I'm going to just now get rid of all this, because this just looks fucking stupid. I don't like any part of this. Actually, I'm going to keep it, just in case I want to rework it. But you let me know what we should do in the corners, and then I got to figure out a place to put in the cameras. That's another thing I didn't think about. And I don't necessarily want to commandeer these, this section right here. Because that was something I had thought about, where you put in, a blocking area. And you'd flag off these seats. But those are like the best seats. That's why the production should have been on the ground. And see, this is also too far back. But That's what I'm working with, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TubbyMoo, and twitter.com/TubbyMoo. And I'll let you guys know when I go live. We might stream some Wrestlecraft. We have been streaming Wrestlecraft on Mondays, usually when Raw starts. So for people that don't want to watch Raw, I usually stream WWE on Mondays. And then when Raw starts and everybody kind of leaves, we go from 300 to 400 people down to about 100 that stay to watch Wrestlecraft and then don't even watch for the Minecraft. They watch for the WWE. So come on over, watch the live streams, and check out YouTube Mania some more. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you all later. Yeah. Oh, man, I can't end the video because I'm on that screen. Peace.